Welcome to the Plant Trainers Podcast, where we're helping people improve their quality of life through nutrition and fitness. And now, your hosts, nutrition and wellness coaches, international speakers, Adam and Shoshana Chaim.
Hey, I'm Adam Chaim.
And I'm Shoshana Chaim, and we are
Propelled by Plants. Today we bring to you episode 373, a powerful live with Rants and Raccoons.
In this episode of the Plant Trainers Podcast, we share a very powerful discussion that we had with our Instagram and TikTok live audiences. This was done on August 20th, 2020, but since the start of the pandemic, we've actually been going live just about every weekday on TikTok and Instagram, answering people's questions about nutrition and fitness and having some really great conversations. And normally it's around the types of things that other people are bringing up. And this conversation in particular, we were kind of talking about some of the social media challenges that we're experiencing, some hate comments, trying to keep things positive, how to build a strong community, the impact that we're making on others, and the comments and feedback that we get from other people, and really becoming plant-based for the first time. There was a little bit more, as you could see in the introduction, in the title, that we went on some rants and got scared by some raccoons.
Yeah, it was such a great live session that we thought it would be important to share it with our podcast audience. And you'll notice that the quality of the recording is a little bit different from usual because we are outside, it's late at night, the wind is blowing, but it's pretty raw and it's real. And it was a real conversation that we thought we would share with you. And if you haven't yet joined us for one of our lives, our schedule is always posted in our bio on both TikTok and Instagram. So feel free to check it out. And of course, don't forget to share this episode with someone who you think might benefit from this powerful conversation and the messages that are in this one. If you want a healthy, natural way to fuel your workouts or fire up your brain, Energy Bits are for you. Energy Bits are tiny spirulina algae tabs that are nutritionally dense, a source of mental and physical energy that is all natural and causes no stomach distress. They eliminate fatigue and hunger instantly with no caffeine, sugar, chemicals, gluten, or soy, just pure plant-based nutrition. 1 ingredient, 1 calorie, and 0 net carbs. I use them before workouts or sometimes just as a snack. They make me feel great and give me that extra energy boost I'm sometimes looking for. I also use Recovery Bits, which are tiny chlorella tabs. I use them after workouts or when I'm feeling hungry late at night. Visit energybits.com and order Energy Bits, Recovery Bits, Vitality Bits, or Skinny Bits, and use the promo code PLANTTRAINERS to get 20% off your order at checkout. The link will also be in the show notes just in case you didn't get that all down. Improve your energy, wellness, and waistline all at the same time with Energy Bits. Check out Energy Bits today and feel the difference. Your brain and body will say thank you. And now for a moment of gratitude.
I am grateful for communities in general, my friends of community, our Plant Trainers community, the extended Plant Trainers community, our family. It's just really great to know that there's people around.
And I'm grateful for us continuing to build that community, whether it's through a podcast audience, but more recently through our TikTok and Instagram lives, that we've been really connecting with people on a different level than we have been in our usual spaces. So it's been pretty cool. We are live. It's another Plant Power 30. Welcome Instagram, welcome TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful night here just outside of Toronto. It's getting cooler. I got the long sleeves on. We're getting ready to roll with another Plant Power 30. Your opportunity to ask questions, hang out with us, and have some fun. So what's going on in your world, my friends? If you're new to our lives, let me know where you're from and your name, of course. That's super important. Coach Jay, welcome. Yogini, welcome. Favor 4DJ, welcome. Marty, Nadeau, welcome, all my friends. So good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying this weather because it's cooled off quite a bit. And shortly, you know what's going to happen again on the weekend. It's supposed to get super warm because that's what it does. Temperature goes up and down, up and down. We're on a roller coaster of life, my friends. It's just like regular life. Things go up and down. You have some good days, you have some bad days. You love the burpees. Coach Jay, I knew you would love the burpees. That's fun. Yeah, that was one of our TikTok posts that we put up at the end of July.
Ginger turmeric or lemon ginger?
Yes, all of the above. Thank you so much. I got some tea and Thanks for saying hi, Coach Jay. Appreciate you popping in.
Hey,
Smells
Coach
like-
Jay.
Is this
Hey.
This got ginger in here?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
I love that.
Ginger turmeric.
Love it.
Or
Love
turmeric. Or turmeric.
it. Love
or
it.
turmeric.
Lemon ginger. Love it.
Do you know that if you look up turmeric in Merriam's Webster dictionary, or one of the big dictionaries,
Coach Jay says hello.
hello, you could
Paul,
actually
welcome.
say turmeric or turmeric.
Do you know that we
Either is
put out that
acceptable.
video about turmeric or turmeric?
Turmeric.
Do you know how many hate comments we got for the way she pronounced it?
Love it.
Unbelievable.
Love it. Wait
It's
till
not turmeric, it's turmeric.
Wait till they hear me say hummus.
Oh, and by the way, we've been using this turmeric thing for thousands of years where we come from.
We've been using it for
My gosh, we're
For
just trying to help
a
people
decade,
learn
too.
more about nutrition, and people are just hating at us. Hating on
I
us.
think they love to hate. I
don't
think
know.
it's a little bit of love
The
mixed in
good
there.
the good thing is that the hate actually brings more people
Lemon
to
ginger.
see it.
Yes,
you know?
Coach Jay, lemon ginger.
So-
Guys, if you have not checked out Coach Jay's fitness classes,
Yeah, check 'em out.
it out. It is virtual. It is awesome.
Yes,
Super,
and-
super awesome.
Coach J Fitness Studio on Instagram. He's on TikTok also. I just don't remember what it is.
I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, so I only see you on
Saggy
Instagram.
Cool, what's up?
Usually when we pop into the lives, it's normally me, by the way, I think.
Lots of love here, my friend. Lots of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope you're doing well today. Love it. Love
Yes,
that
yes,
smell.
yes.
I just can't drink it because it's too hot right now. You know, my mouth gets sensitive to the overheat.
So I didn't even totally boil the water, but for me this is perfect. So
Yeah.
it's too sensitive it's too hot for him, but it's perfect for me. Guys, and that's why we say everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. So generally speaking, most overarching things are good for most people. But then there will be differences within that. There will be more sensitivities. There will be people who feel really bloated.
Yes.
Everybody's different, and a lot of times what we need is training. Right? We need to train our body to be able to do things. So for some people who eat beans and all of a sudden they feel really bloated and they can't eat a lot of beans, well, if you did one leg day and said, oh, my legs killed after, I could barely keep up with the class, you would never not do legs again. You would start small and you would work your way up and work your strength up. And the same with the gut. We've got to heal the gut so that we can
That's right.
utilize more foods, break them down properly, absorb them, have our body react properly. Thought that was a big shooting star. Have our body work properly so that those foods can work for us.
Yeah, we're talking about health, nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle. Thank you for being here. Coach Jay, our visit with Mike was a lot of fun. We had a good time at Fresh House. It's always
We did.
awesome to visit those kind of places, and Mike was an awesome character to meet. Had a really great time with him. Did a great video, as you may have seen. And we should get out there more often. We got to connect with you, too, in person some
Yeah. Tufu, how you doing?
Tufu from Algeria. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you being here.
You can ask your nutrition and fitness questions and, have a conversation with us. We're just hanging.
Paul, you're too funny. I do one day of legs and my pants don't fit the next day.
Whoa. I want to know what exercises you're doing.
But Paul, on
My pants don't even fit today.
on that farm though, you're walking a lot. You got a lot of land to take care of, the animals to take care of. It's a big job, man.
Coach Jay, come over now.
Yeah.
Come have a tea with us.
Come have a tea.
You could stand behind the railing where you could be 6
we
feet
could
away
distance.
and you could be in the video with us.
Yeah, why not? Anytime.
I was born on leg days.
I was not.
I was born looking like I had done leg days for 9 months.
No, leg days are not my thing. Jason, what's up? Thanks for popping in. You made an evening one.
Hey, Linz. Hey.
Miranda, what's up? Oh, Miranda, did I tell you that we finally opened the envelope?
Oh my gosh, we did. And you're so
Woo.
cute. You made us our little plant-powered ones.
It's
So
amazing.
amazing.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you're here now, Jason, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 o'clock.
That's right.
The rest are not.
Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 p.m.
We could have made it
Eastern.
8:35.
8:35. Yeah, no, don't be sorry for missing
Don't
any.
worry, you're
Guys, you should
here.
never apologize for missing any of our lives. You're always welcome to be here, and if you can't make it, you can't make it. That's the way things go. Life has busyness involved, my friends.
Yes, Miranda, we totally did love it and we totally appreciate it. We got it. We were just like super busy, and then we were leaving on vacation and just needed to pack a ton for that. And we came home and I opened them up yesterday and I sent Adam a picture upstairs and I'm like, you gotta come down and look at this. And I loved it.
Yeah,
So
they're
thank
really
you. Salty Dog. You
That's
used
Paul.
to work.
That's Paul.
I like to call him Salty
Paul.
Dog.
He likes, it's not Salty Doggo, it's Salty Beardo.
I know, but
Because he's really
what is Salty
weirdo.
Dog from? That's from something.
Salty Dog. Sounds like a sitcom.
I think it was like a Raffi song or something.
No, come on,
Yeah.
man. What are you talking
Or
about?
Charlotte and
First of
Brown,
all, you're
something like
dating
that.
yourself because most of the people actually, our crowd
Okay,
knows who they are.
if you know Raffi, drop us an emoji.
Okay,
Drop an emoji if you know
who
Raffi.
doesn't know Raffi? Really?
Anyway, but I actually think it was Sharon Lewis and
It
Brown.
wasn't Raffi.
Yeah, so Paul.
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 What's up, Naomi?
Paul, got to get back into working out. That's all it is.
Sha.
What did I do yesterday? I did push-ups and crunches and push-ups and crunches until exhaustion. I pushed up until exhaustion and then I crunched until
Salty
exhaustion.
Dog. You know what,
Salty
Paul?
Dog.
Paul, you wrote, I really enjoy your lives. I try to come in and I listen like a podcast when I can. You know what? I really appreciate you saying that because I was so close not to coming on to this live tonight because I was kind of feeling down about it. I was feeling like, I come in every single day, I hang out, I try to help as many people as I can, and all I get on my comments are all these hates and hates and hates, and like, then I was thinking, you know what, I should just stop this TikTok altogether because it's just so much hate on us, and I don't get it because that's totally opposite of why we're doing it. And then I remembered that, but there's so many people that do appreciate, and there's so many people that are learning from it, and I'm connecting with
Hey,
so
Mama
many
Gray.
great people. So then I need to do this. This is what I need to be doing right now, and I like doing it. I was just having a down moment.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling better, but whatever.
Jealousy, I don't know. I think
I
people
don't
just
think
like
so.
to rile up conversations.
Thanks, Coach
Mama
Jay. Have a great night.
Bye, Coach Jay. Good to see you. Yeah, I think that they just like to rile up a little bit.
Alex, I like watching the NFL, North American football. The other kind of football.
the other foot.
Yeah, the other ball.
With the other ball.
The
or
other ball.
foot.
The other ball.
Yeah, when
you
you
do
do great things, people
are
gonna
gonna
hate.
hate. I
And
know.
then, the truth is that when
Yeah.
we're here, we don't get hate here.
No,
We
no,
get
no,
love here,
no.
and we get people coming back all
Yes.
the time. We get new people
Love it.
coming in and staying and asking questions. So, this is what matters more. When we're putting stuff out there, we're putting stuff out for people to learn from, for people to be inspired from, to help people improve their quality of life. And the truth is that there are already,
Yeah.
because of the podcast, 5.5 years of the Plant Trainers podcast, there are thousands of people out there who have been touched by us, who have been who have had access to listening to experts speak because we've managed to be able to form those relationships with them and have them on. And it can get very quiet. It can get very isolating on this side of the microphone because we're
Could.
constantly putting
Could and it
out.
does.
And I'd say probably 10% or maybe even 1% of people
Yeah.
who are having a positive experience are going to take the time to comment.
Yeah.
But people who are having a negative experience or people who are looking for a negative experience are more likely to take that time.
Right.
So the truth is that people are listening, and you
Hey,
know
Tyler.
what? When those people grow up, I'm not saying that they're 10 years old, but I'm saying when they grow up emotionally or something big happens in their life and they're going to say, oh, you know what? I need to change
But it's
my
not
lifestyle.
just that.
Something we said might actually save their life.
It's not even just that, though. It's people are in their ways. They believe what they believe. They disagree with things that we're saying, and they try to back it up in ways that don't even make sense sometimes, or they ask us to back things up. And I have no problem doing that, but they could be doing it with respect.
Thank you.
And for some reason, people don't always demonstrate it in a respectful way. And
Right.
luckily, there are amazing people on these platforms that are actually responding to some of these people for us.
Right.
And that's really amazing. And it's unfortunate that people are using their time to push negativity on other people. And we are very positive people, and we try to
Thank
keep it
you.
very uplifted and try to keep the education
Calista,
fun,
thanks.
but also helping people out. And hopefully we're helping people. And that's, you do have to be numb to it, but it's sometimes it's hard.
And then,
right?
And then Paul says,
thank you so much, Calista.
Yeah, thank you, Calista. Thank you. And then Paul says,
They do.
Unfortunately, some people are just looking for a fight, and people are bored, and people like to, they like to troll. But when you get people saying, back up your beepity post, and if you can't back it up with legit backing up, then it's just beepity beep beep beep.
And then part of me is like, you know what, I should respond to them, because the more I respond, the more people will see my posts. But then on the other side of it, I'm like, well, why am I taking in that aggravation by responding? I should just let that comment sit there, leave that person alone, and just move on.
So, dude, I totally agree with that. And I think that we're at a point where we know what we know, and everything that we do and say is backed up by science. Whether we're quoting that science in that moment or not, we know that it's there. We know that we could find it. And if somebody's going to say, oh, I really thought that ginger can blah, 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 can you help me find a place to learn more about it? Yeah, by all means, answer them. But I have this post on my board. So when it's
not respectful, you
should just let it go. Not because you're scared, not because, I think part of it is that you don't want us to look like we can't back ourselves up. But anybody who knows us personally...
It's also that I've been trying to grow us on these platforms, and I know how the algorithms work, and by responding, it means more people are going to be able to see it.
Guys, you're in a full marital business conversation with us right now.
If more people are able to see it, then that would mean that more people are going to be able to be impacted in a positive way from what we're putting out there.
Okay, however, I have a sign on top of my computer in the basement that I made. It's a sticky note, and it's made with pen.
Okay, but hold on a second.
Yeah.
Jason said every successful person has so many people writing nasty comments. Totally agree. And Tyler said it's not going to lead anywhere positive. You're probably right. And maybe go ahead.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
So this sign says, is this your energy, or is it yours? And is this serving you right now? Now, if you had to give somebody $100 and they would give you $1,000, okay? If you had to steal that $100 from somebody to be able to give that person that $100, would you do it?
No.
Right. So if somebody's going to post on our stuff something negative, that's already going to boost our algorithm, right? That's already going to get more people looking at it.
Right.
If you choose not to be in their energy and choose to ignore it, good is still going to come to us. More people are still going to follow us, and more people are still going to be able to change their lives and have more improvements in their lives because of the content that we put out, right? I know that we put out a lot. We put out a ton. He spends a ton of energy, guys. Like, you have no idea. Like, he loves it, but it's a lot of work. All of those posts that we're putting out between Instagram and TikTok.
And the podcast.
And
Facebook and Twitter. We're everywhere.
So you deserve...
And Pinterest.
We deserve
we're everywhere.
to have the big numbers, but it's not the big numbers that are important. This is what's important. The people who have the opportunity to come into the 28-day party if they want to. The people who are buying new Vitamixes and buying turmeric for the first time. These are the important things. So I think that your energy is what's more important. Yeah. And if you just let those other things roll, like these guys are saying roll, they know what's going on. Yeah, all publicity is good, Adriana, but if you've got to steal from the poor to get rich, then that's not right. So let those other poor people who are just, and I don't mean poor in terms of money, I mean those poor people who have nothing better to do than to hate on us, let them hate on us. That's fine. If somebody legitimately is asking a question where you feel like you're serving them by giving them the answer, do that. But don't serve us through other people's negativity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Tyler's making fun of the way you said that word.
Turmeric.
I don't know if she did that one on purpose because of what we were talking about before you got here.
We were talking about it
earlier. I'm glad to have met you guys through this platform. It was through a Giselle Live. Appreciate that,
awesome.
Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy that we connected as well, and I think we should actually connect off this platform and in person, because I think we're friends, and I know we would connect well. And it's funny because you're a farmer and that's your life, and I don't eat animals and that's my life, and it's funny because we could still be friends, you know? That's something that a lot of people don't get, and I love what you do. I think it's very important what you do, and it's your lifestyle, and I get that. But there's still a human connection that goes way beyond how we live our lives. And I think that's really important. And a lot of the people that use their label of being vegan, I think, lose out on that part of the life that we are living.
And I think there's got to be, and there is, this level of respect, right? I'm not going to walk into your house and point out 100 things that I disagree with, and you're not going to walk into our house and do things in our house that you know that wouldn't suit our lifestyle either. But
thank you,
there
Tyler.
is room for friends. I'm wiping my eyes, guys. We were at the eye doctor today.
Did
you
wipe
your eyes?
No, you bring positive light to my day every day. Thank you so much, Tyler.
Thank you,
Love
Tyler.
That. Life is too short to care what people think. And you know what?
And
Thank you. You're right.
You'd be the first to tell somebody else.
I tell
too.
people all the time, it's none of my business what somebody else thinks about me. Did you catch that? It's not my business. It's not my problem what somebody else thinks about me. And I know that. I say it all the time. Ria, thank you for joining us again.
Ria,
Gibby,
welcome,
what's
welcome.
up?
Hey, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So
well, there's a rant for you.
How was it being in the Chain household during a conversation like that, guys?
Yes, that is. It doesn't happen often that we get riled up like that, though. But it's like a positive rile, right? Like we're not. I don't know.
No, but it's okay. We should speak our mind. And,
of course.
I mean, trust me, I've seen people on TikTok and Facebook talk
well, usually
and
we come in here
talk about things so much more personal and slightly inappropriate.
Yeah, but
too.
usually I'm in here on these lives, and it's all about you guys, and I want to answer your questions and help you out. So let me just say thank you for sitting here and listening to us vent about it. Appreciate you still being here.
And
real talk.
But I think what's most important, and I think this is an important talk to have with them, because what you're getting is support. Not one person said, yeah, absolutely, back yourself up.
No, they just left. Oh, they're talking about this. I'm out of here. That's why there's nobody in here. No, I'm just kidding. There is. Yes, we make ourselves vulnerable all the time. It's all part of the process. Exactly.
We were once working with someone who said, like, oh, I wish I could come to your house and follow you around with my phone all day long. And I was like, please don't. I already feel like there's a phone following me around.
We're pretty transparent, you know, like we don't hide anything really. Everything's out in the open. We do so much online, and we're trying to share it just because if it could help impact someone in a positive way, then that's why we've been doing this.
Yeah, Adam's like, are you coming on the live tonight? And I'm like, dude, I've got mosquito bites all over my face from camping. We've got this yellow stain all around our eyes.
Have it? You can't tell
but you can't tell in the dark. There's yellow stain
I?
all around our eyes from being at the eye doctor earlier today.
We went to the eye doctor today. The whole family went.
The whole family went. I went to bed much later than I would ever expect any of my clients to go to bed last night. So, yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Like, the truth is that I've never really been a glam person. I've never been. Yeah, I straighten my hair. Sometimes I curl it. I always wear makeup. But my makeup is like, for those girls out there, it's eyeliner and mascara. Like, if I'm wearing lip gloss, it's like a wedding. But like, I've been on here with my hair a mess. I haven't even brushed it. You know, my like zero makeup on before. I've just had the opportunity to get so comfortable with all of you guys. And it's not important, you know, from a girl point of view. Yeah. You feel like you need to look a certain part, but the truth is that I know I'm healthy. I know I look healthy, and if blush is going to make me look healthier, well, then I need to do something about the healthier part, not about the blush, right?
Hey, Fish, what's up?
But I don't need to look glam to be on here. Like those Instagram accounts where the girls look glam every time. That's not real.
That's not us.
But you guys have given me the confidence to be able to come out here, and I know it's the emotions that I give out, it's the conversations that we have, it's the trust.
Just wanted to pop in here and remind you about our Easy Recipes for Busy Parents e-cookbook, where we help you to really get meals done for a whole week. Make sure that we overlap ingredients so that you don't have to go out buying a crazy amount of ingredients that you're never going to use again. And the recipes are pretty simple, and children aren't scared of them when they're trying them out for the first time. So if you want to get that, you could click the link in the show notes or pop over to planttrainers.com/shop and check out our easy recipe for busy parents cookbook. And now back to the show.
The trust in us to help guide you and answer your questions.
Plant-Based
that's
Diet
what's more
MD,
important.
welcome. Thanks for popping in.
Welcome. So glad you're
so
here.
Tyler said, I question myself all the time asking who I am influencing with these posts. You have no idea who it touches and impacts.
You really
It's so
don't.
true.
So like we'll get an email. Like I think we got one a couple of weeks ago, and like these kind of emails will come in. Sometimes
we post so much. Like we're talking like, think about any platform. We're posting everywhere all the time, and we rarely get feedback. It's so weird. But the time that we do, it's pretty amazing, and it blows us out of the water, the kind of feedback we get.
So when you get an email that says, I know I've never posted on any of your posts on social media, but I've been listening to your podcast for the last 4.5 years. And we're like, well, who are you?
4.5 years.
Who are you?
And we haven't
like,
heard from this person.
And they've lost like upwards of 60 pounds, and their blood pressure is regulated, and their cholesterol is regulated. And they wouldn't have been able to do it without us, and they wouldn't have known what to do, and they wouldn't have had the inspiration. And they listen to our podcast on a weekly basis to be able to do that. And we're just like,
wow.
We're just like,
well,
wow.
That's what it's all about.
You know, that's
it
so
almost makes all those
powerful.
Posts worth it. Like
and it's so hard.
And then you think, how many other people are we impacting? And you can't put a number on that because you'll never know.
And it's also so hard for me to say those words because I'm humbled by it. I'm like, no, like she's got the wrong podcast, right? Like can't be us. But the truth is that we're so consistent and we're there for people.
Yeah.
But we're not the ones that did the work. She did the work. And if we weren't there, I know that she would have been able to find something else. But just the fact that she trusted in us and that she shows up every week and she's that one extra download every single week is huge, and it makes it worth it. So yeah, do we get tired? Yeah. We get tired because we work a ton, we raise our kids, we exercise, we eat well. I mean, how long did it take me to make those beef burgers tonight?
Not too long. I mean, 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
No, I think it was
without
longer.
making, like, just putting them together?
I had to take all the ingredients and I had to process them and I had to make the patties.
But it's so worth it.
It's so worth it.
Great recipe, and you can freeze it, and you feel good after you eat
like
it.
This is worth it.
We're happy you're here too, Plant-Based MD. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Mitchell, thanks for popping in. I just lost my
And of course,
screen.
if you guys have any nutrition, fitness, lifestyle questions, if you want to, we seem to be on this social media rant today. So if you have questions about who you're influencing,
it does feel good.
What you're putting out there, let's talk about that.
Thank you,
Some
Jason.
of you are on social media for yourselves and not to influence others, but do you ever think about influencing others?
Thank you, Jason. I would have never been making these smoothies and steaming veggies now.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Steaming veggies are life.
Plant-Based MD, love hearing the success stories. How do we increase our plant-based footprint and positive influence? It's just by doing it, like keep putting it out there. And that's what we've been doing. And then we connect and network with more like-minded people that just continue to impact and grow that web out into the public and becomes more popular, and just being the best you that you could be, being a positive role model and just dropping positivity everywhere you can go just helps lead.
Look, this falafel place opened.
It's because of you, Jason. You decided to make those changes.
Yeah,
we may have helped guide you to it, but you're taking the action, and it's about taking the action.
Twist your arm. We didn't buy you the blender, right? Like you, get away.
What is it, a bat?
Go away.
Is it a bat?
Go away.
Oh, schwat.
That's the one that was hissing at me the other night.
It's a giant raccoon.
Sorry, it's really scary.
It's a giant raccoon. Last night or 2 nights ago,
did they all leave?
I don't think so.
Because I pointed and I said, go away.
The other night there was a bat that flew over my head. This time it was a giant
raccoon just went across the fence.
You might be able to see him.
Can you see him?
I don't think you can see him.
Maybe we're going up in the tree.
Sorry
now.
about that.
behind Adam's head.
Raccoon.
Up in the tree. Sorry. Okay, anyway. That was scary. We're back. We weren't telling you to go away.
Oh, Mitchell,
look,
how are you? OT07, how are you? Go Pibby Go, welcome.
So what we're saying is we didn't twist your arm to do it, but how do we increase our plant-based footprint? So what I was saying is there's this place about, 5 kilometers, maybe 10 kilometers. So that's 4 miles away from our house, and it's a vegetarian falafel place that just opened. And actually the woman who opened it, I used to work with her 100 years ago.
Oh my God, I thought that was the raccoon.
Oh no. I used to work with her 100 years ago. So when my first teaching job, the first 3 years, so by 2005, I haven't seen her since 2005. I ran into her in the dollar store just a couple of months before when you were in Mexico. So in January, I guess it was. And
when was I in Mexico?
In January.
I was in Jamaica.
Oh, sorry, in Jamaica. So
it was a conference,
she's
guys.
like, oh, I just opened this place. You should come, blah, blah, blah. So
I didn't realize you knew her from before.
So we went. Yeah, I know her from before. So we went. But one of the things that she said to me when I met her at the dollar store is that I see you all the time on social media. Oh my God, you have amazing recipes. I've made some of them at home. And I'm like, whoa, again, like I can't remember, maybe she has. I can't remember once seeing her as somebody who, I don't really check who viewed my posts, but sometimes if I happen to be scrolling the notifications on at the right time, I'll see that somebody liked my post or hearted my post or whatever it was. But you never know who's watching. And that's the biggest thing. Like, keep posting, even if you're getting 0 likes on your posts, but you enjoy putting out your breakfast. You know what? Your feed is for you. You should curate it the way you want to see it. The way when in 20 years from now, when you go and look back, what do you want to remember about yourself? These are scrapbooks. Like Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds, as long as they don't disappear, they're scrapbooks of your life. So if you want to be putting that out there, put that out there. People are going to see it. People are going to listen. Or like I said before, when the right moment hits, when they have that aha moment saying, I better change my life or I won't have one anymore, they'll have that information somewhere in the back of their head that will come to the front. So you never know, no matter who you are, whether you have a podcast, whether you're an influencer, whether you just just have a Facebook account or an Instagram account just to keep up with your mom's dog or something like that. You never know who you're influencing, and hopefully if you're here, obviously you're influencing for the better. So just keep it up and keep doing it.
Those are some powerful words right there that I probably should listen to a little more.
I wasn't talking to you indirectly in that one. Sometimes I'll do that.
I know, people. She does it. She does it. So who went plant-based first, or was it a team choice?
Ooh, good question, Paul.
Oh, Paul. I went first.
Yeah.
Me. My fault.
He did.
My fault. I did. I was told I had the beginning stages of heart disease and I had a rare tumor on my kidney. And they told me I wouldn't be living past the age of 40. So I had to figure out what I could do to make sure that I was still around. And I came across a lot of research about a plant-based lifestyle. And I made the switch. And within a year, the heart disease disappeared and the tumor started to shrink. And I did not need any medication or surgeries. And now I'm 46, 2 Ironmans later. And I'm still here having fun. Watching my family grow. And it took you, about 8 months, 6-8 months to come on board?
October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So it took me about 7 months to go fully on board.
Not 8, not 6, but 7.
I took the approach of bye-bye red meat, bye-bye chicken, bye-bye fish, bye-bye dairy except for cheese once a week, and a little bit of egg. But otherwise, sorry, I'm scared about the... Thanks for the hearts, guys. Appreciate it. I'm scared about the raccoon out there. But on that journey, I had finally lost all the baby weight from both babies that I wasn't even able to lose from the first. My cystic acne had cleared up for the first time.
It's not coming here, don't worry.
Okay, it's the wind blowing.
Yeah.
My cystic acne had cleared up for the first time in my life. I stopped getting ear infections at the age of 35.
A lot
finally
changed.
So much change, so much change. You know, our daughter's bowels changed.
Our son's eczema disappeared.
Finally
like it
went
was
away.
Crazy.
It had gone away about 60% from from going gluten-free for him because he was allergic to wheat. Not intolerant, not celiac, but allergic. But there was still some left. And once we got rid of that egg and dairy, it made all the difference for him.
Yeah, it was a huge life change, especially considering I was a huge meat eater. Like, every day I'd be having chicken, steak, burgers.
Shush. What's with all these vegetarian meals? We must eat meat.
We must eat meat.
7 nights
What's
a week.
up, Elizabeth? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I was a huge meat eater, and it was like, for me, I flicked a switch. It was overnight. Tomorrow morning, I'm no longer eating anything from animals. And I did that, and that's because of my personality. It's not something we recommend most people do, but I'm such a black and white person that it just worked for me. And now we just
Thank you for the
impact
hearts,
as many
guys.
people as we
Appreciate
can
that.
in a positive way. I don't think that we're the kind of people that are shoving it down people's faces and trying to tell
We are
people
on weight, yeah.
how to do it or that they need to stop eating animals. That's not what we're all about. But we're about living a healthiest lifestyle possible. And because of how it impacted us personally, and because of all the research we've seen, we try to help educate and inform people about the option of living a plant-based lifestyle. Evan
welcome.
Wellington, what's up? How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're on late. This was an 8:30 p.m. Eastern live, and we're almost over. Had a patient just today that hasn't made anything more than mac and cheese their whole life. Fast food 2 times a day. I have a lot of resources, yet curious what resources for first-timers. Woo! You know, it's interesting because when we started, it was, 2010, 11? And
yeah,
there
that's
were
right.
no resources available to me. I was, doing my research. Forks Over Knives did not come out yet. It just came out right as I found all the research and Dr. Esselstyn and his books and the China study, and I found Brendan Brazier. The point is, there are so many resources today that didn't exist back then. And so when you have a patient who is living a fast food life, who's eating the window diet, who's processed foods, that's all they know. What we need to do is find something that's going to connect them to a healthier lifestyle and give them a big reason as to why they need to make the change. And I don't know why that just came out of my mouth, but maybe it's because of tomorrow's Instagram post and the quote that we pulled from Robert Cheeks, Finding Your Why. And for me, the reason I made the change was because I remember distinctly sitting on my knees on the floor, looking at my son in his eyes after just being told that I will not see him grow older because I'll be gone from this planet by the age of 40. I remember him looking in his eyes, and I remember just telling myself, I gotta do whatever I need to do to make sure that I'm here for a long time to watch you and help you grow up. And it's the why that matters. So if the patient doesn't have a reason to really change their lifestyle, and it's really weird because if you tell them, well, if you keep this up, you're going to have a heart attack, that's not a reason.
Because they'll say, okay, I'll have a heart attack, I'll have surgery,
And
I'll
then
have some
do
stents
it.
in, then I'll be better. But, I'm constantly telling people, and I don't like to give them the stats because I like people to take responsibility for themselves. Go look up how many people, and
No problem,
I know that you know, but, go look up how many people their first heart attack is their last day on this planet.
Right, and
You
as a
can't
doctor, you
wait
know
for-
that.
Right, you cannot wait for your first heart attack. And Adam really connected with his why because his why was there. And sometimes we need to lead them to their why, because if it's a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old who's maybe not married yet, doesn't have kids yet, that it's going to be a lot harder for them. They don't have their kids' eyes to look into,
Yep.
but maybe they have aspirations to be an uncle or to be a father or to start a business or do what they want to do, or think of how your mother's going to feel when she has to come visit you and bathe you every day in the hospital.
The patient that you're talking about who's having mac and cheese their whole life and fast food 2 times a day reminds me of all the high school students that I teach that go to university and that becomes their life. They're like, all I have available to me is now fast food.
Bye. Thanks for
But
coming.
wait, I remember I was talking to Chaim, and I get these emails
We
from
do. We get
university
these emails. It's
students
crazy.
saying, I'm so happy that I learned this from you because I'm watching my friends in university dorms eating. Is that your hand or the raccoon?
It's my hand, but the raccoon's back there.
It's watching these university students killing themselves slowly because they think they're invincible. They think that nothing's going to happen to them. They could eat whatever they want. They're not overweight. Oh, by the way, I was never overweight. I didn't have much weight to lose, but I still found some weight to lose. It just happened automatically. I never realized the impact that food makes on our body, our mind, and everything that we do in life, every aspect of any type of performance.
I think people don't realize that we are doors and not windows, and they can see their skin, they can feel their energy, but we still don't know what's going on inside. And we can't live every day being like, do I have a tumor here? Do I have this there? But you need to know that there's certain housekeeping that needs to get done to make sure that you're you have the best chance of not having these things develop. So if you're asking for resources, so I've been able to take people off, well, I don't take them off of insulin, but I've been able to get people to the point where the doctors have been able to take them off insulin by changing one meal a day to plant-based only, and adding so much more vegetable into what they're eating throughout the day as well. So I would say to not overwhelm people, because I was overwhelmed. I spent the first 10 years of our relationship not being the cook. Adam was the cook, I was the sous chef, and I did the dishes, but he did the cooking. So then when we had kids and I had postpartum depression and I'm trying to figure out how to cook for a family because I don't really have the skills, I don't know how to spice things. I'm making butternut soup without cooking the butternut properly first, and it was disgusting. It was a disaster.
That was so bad.
I didn't know how to cook, and he's saying, "Shush,
We need meat 7 days a week.
and then 3 weeks later he's like, then 7 days later he's like, I'm plant-based now. And I'm like, what's plant-based? I'm vegan. And I'm like, is that some kind of vegetarian? I didn't know what to cook. I'm like, what do I do now? So it was really overwhelming. So I would say, and I don't know how often you see a patient like this, but starting with breakfast, if you can make breakfast plant-based.
There are a lot more resources available than there used to be.
And it's too bad because he would have been perfect. And we're happy to connect with him if you want to give him our information.
You're assuming it's a him, but it might not be a him.
It might be a her, and that's really bad. I'm sorry. We're just finishing up our first new round of the 28-day plant-based party. So we basically gave people a guide, and we were there for them in the Facebook group. We had weekly Zooms, and we worked through all of these problems with them that they had individually.
That's another thing. Like, people don't necessarily know where to get the support from, and there's people like us all over the world that are helping other people by supporting them through the whole process.
They started telling me, oh, I see you've been flossing more. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm flossing more. I wasn't flossing more, but my food was cleaning my mouth, and I wasn't putting as much damage. And if you've got this plaque all over your teeth, you've got this plaque probably all in your arteries. So you are a window into the rest of the body, which is a door.
Miranda, you feel it when you eat poorly. And you know, that's specifically because, first of all, you've built an awareness muscle, which is super huge. And most people, Miranda, if you're just popping back in, most people don't build awareness around the food that they consume. People are just too busy. It's a high-paced, fast society where we're just shoveling everything in. There's no mindfulness around what we're eating, and we're just trying to get to the next thing. And people need to take a moment and realize that the food they put in their mouth directly impacts everything they do in a positive or negative way, but they need to build an awareness muscle to be able to recognize the effect of what food is having on their body. So yes, you're going to see when you eat poorly, your body's going to perform poorly. You're going to mentally feel poorly. And it goes exactly the other way when you're eating good, whole, real food, not processed, not highly sugared food, it really makes a difference.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. We appreciate that. You've worked with a private licensed nutritionist to develop plans for your dental patients, and that's going over and above. That is amazing, and the fact that you do that, and I really hope that your patients understand how valuable that really is.
Incredible conviction, amazing suggestions, the wee bite-sized changes. Thanks for the offer, Senator. Thank you so much, Plant-Based MD.
Thank you. And for those of you...
We're so happy you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Here. And for those of you that don't already follow Plant-Based MD on...
It's Plant-Based Diet MD.
Sorry, Plant-Based Diet MD on Instagram. I think you're on TikTok too. Is that right? I don't know. No, maybe not.
I'm not sure.
Go ahead, give a follow. Really great information.
Miranda,
there.
I'm very conscious about what I eat, even though it's not always the healthiest choice. Haha. Yeah.
So
but it's okay to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's really important because, there's this whole thing about balance and, balance. If you have a balanced diet, then it's really a poor diet.
Or moderation.
Or moderation, right? But I think at the end of the day, if you are a mostly healthy person, if it's your birthday or your husband's birthday or your kid's birthday or your friend's birthday.
Or even once in a while, not on a special occasion. Or just because
you want to, you're going to have some cake. You're going to have a couple of French fries. If you have the understanding and the control and you can go within to be like, this is one meal and this is what I'm choosing for this meal, but the next meal I'm back on track. Like my lifestyle is to eat like this, and sometimes they'll be here and sometimes they'll be there, but most of the time I'm like that. Then that's good. But when you are someone, so the time that I don't, so for most people I agree with that, and we should teach ourselves the skills or be taught the skills to be able to do that, to be able to go back to status quo after. But when you are a heart patient who's wavering, like you're wavering, man, and
or if you're
another
sick
couple
and
or
it doesn't have to be a heart.
Exactly. When you are sick,
illness,
when you have chronic illness, if you really want to conquer that, you've got to be all in.
I was all in for that year.
Yeah.
I was all in. Whole plant foods, no exception.
There were no chips.
There were no
French
exceptions.
Fries. Yeah.
But since I've gotten better, I've slacked. Like I've had moments where I've had things that I wouldn't have that got me to where I am now. It happens. But you can't harp on those situations. You got to let it go. Otherwise it eats you up. Olivia, thank you for the follow. I need to take this audio and use it as a podcast because I think this was a good conversation.
I really do think it was, and I mean we've talked about using these as podcasts before, but this one seems different for some reason.
Whew.
Our energy was a little bit different coming in today too.
Well, that's because of where my mind was, I guess.
Right, but the truth is that we have these thoughts and feelings that we've talked about tonight. And a lot of the questions and thoughts and feelings that you guys have, like what Miranda just said, like not always, we have that too, right? So, we've got days where we're ups, we've got days where we're downs. We went camping and our nutrition for those 3 days wasn't the top of the list. It was spending time with family. It was our energy. It was knowing that we were cooking next to the rest of our family and just wanting to be, right? But we're home now, and it was all curry and brown rice, right? And trust me, I'm a lot happier that way.
This is a very good live. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Miranda. We appreciate you and all you do, and for you being here as well. Guys, it's already 9:20. Wow, the time flew. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to be with us on Instagram and TikTok. I think it's time for us to close up. I have so many questions. Olivia, thank you for following us. I definitely need some help. I won't use this platform right now, though. Olivia, if you don't want to use the platform, no problem. Feel free to send us a DM. If you're on Instagram, you could DM us there. If you're on TikTok, you could DM us there. We absolutely respond to everybody who sends us things.
Everything is responded ourselves, so it's sometimes we don't let you know who's talking. Sometimes you could tell who's talking.
Yeah.
If there's a typo, it was probably me talking.
If it says Shoshana, it's probably her also.
Yeah, so absolutely. Some people like to ask just general questions here. Some people have more specific.
You could feel it. Thanks for your energy and raccoon energy. That's awesome.
Oh my God, raccoon energy.
Oh, that was fun. All right, my friends, it's Thursday night. So tomorrow, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're back here live on both platforms, Instagram and TikTok, 4 p.m. Eastern. for another fun Friday where we do some fun educating. So if you have the time, if you're available, hope you can make it because we'd love to have you.
We went to the dentist today we went to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor says to our son Russell, "Are you excited to go back to school?" He's like, "No, I don't want to go back to school. School's boring. I like fun education." And we're laughing because he's talking about Fun Fridays because he sits on the other side of the door listening to the whole thing.
He listens to the whole thing. Anyway, my friends, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. We'll catch you guys soon.
Peace.
Thank you all so much for listening to this edition of the Plant Trainers Podcast. We want to make sure that you subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, or any other podcasting platform.
We really appreciate the feedback we receive from you. Every time we get a 5-star rating or review on iTunes from one of our fans, it really helps other people find us just like you did.
Thanks so much to our patrons. To become a patron, visit us at patreon.com/planttrainers. Even supporting us with $1 really makes a difference in the quality of the show.
And don't forget to connect with us on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle is @PlantTrainers. Like Plant Trainers on Facebook, join our newsletter, and check out our website at planttrainers.com for awesome recipes, a list of our services, and of course, our latest podcast.
We encourage you to email your questions to info@planttrainers.com so that we can help you improve your quality of life through nutrition and fitness.
So we hope we've inspired you today. Join us again next time and have a healthy day. Or is that too corny?
It's a little cheesy.